I am going to do my absolute very best right now to make a very complicated system seem simple, but it's going to be a challenge and I'm going to have to repeat myself a couple times to make sure this gets through. This is on TradingView. TradingView alerts, indicators, and strategies all work different if you're changing settings and not creating new layouts or separate panels. Now, the reason this is important is because if you use any kind of automation, and you're not creating separate panels or separate layouts using one indicator on multiple tickers, you're not getting the results you think you're getting out of that strategy or indicator. So, in the effort of not talking myself in circles, I'm going to hop over onto the TradingView chart and just show you exactly what I mean and exactly what you need to do if you use automation, you have an indicator or strategy that you like, and you set alerts to communicate via webhook with your automation. Guys, again, I'm going to try my very best to explain this as simple as I can, but I do know that part of this is going to get confusing. So, with TradingView specifically, let's just say we are in a single panel. If you guys have never added multiple tickers to your TradingView actual layout, if you come up to this layout setup right here, you can pick whatever you want in here to split your view. So let's just go right here with a 3 panel view. And you can look at different tickers in here like GC. You can put this one as ES. So then you have silver, ES, and GC all on one layout, but 3 panels. So that's step number one. If you didn't know you could do that, that's how you do that. Now, if you have an indicator that you like and you want to automate it or you want to see different settings for different tickers specifically, this is how you would do it. So let's just, as an example, use the orb key levels indicator that I built and I have on TradingView, just as an example of what this looks like. So let's say on silver, I'm not advocating anyone do this. I don't even know if this is a strategy, so don't do what I'm doing here. This is just the example. Let's say on the silver New York Open opening range, you want to see what the first 15 minutes look like of pre-market from 8 a.m. to 8:15. You set that indicator in this panel to mark out the 8 a.m. to 8:15 high and low, and you're going to play the opening range break on silver here. But on ES, you want to do, let's say, the 9:30 to 9:35 5-minute opening range, and that marks that one. And then on GC, you want to do the 9:30 to 9:45 15-minute. We'll leave this one standard. When you come in here, it is saving the settings from this indicator to silver on this right here as you see it. So you click add alert on silver, you pick your indicator and you say when it breaks the high you want to know, and you click create. That snapshots these exact settings at this exact time for silver on this panel. Then over here in ES, you click add alert, you pick the same thing. You want to know if it breaks the high and you click create. You do the exact same thing on GC. All different time frames, the same exact alert, letting TradingView server snapshot everything you put at this time on these tickers. Now, over in your alerts, you're going to see you have silver, price broke above. So the server has snapshot all of these right here. But here's what people don't know. If you then on your, let's just take the silver one as an example. I'm going to leave these alone. Just the same thing that happens here is going to apply to all of these if you change these. So let's say on silver, you want to go MNQ. You're like, I already did my alert. I set it. I'm going to stay in the same panel and I'm going to go to MNQ. Now over here, you say on MNQ, I want this to be, let's pick something that doesn't even exist. I want it to be 8:30 and I want the 30-minute, and you click OK, and then you go add alert, you pick your indicator, and you save it the same thing. The problem with what you just did is on this cloud-based panel on TradingView server is you not only changed the indicator you just used on silver to look like this, you set MNQ like this as well. So even though silver over here was set with a different time frame, in this exact same panel that is saved on the server, you just saved indicator settings that are different than your original alert. So now silver that you just did is now going to operate off of these exact same settings and time frame. So let me simplify this even more one more time. If you are someone who operates like this right here, one big panel, you don't have multiple tickers up at a time, you're just one panel at a time on your screen. You now have MNQ right here, and you say, hey, why did my silver fire at the wrong time? Well, it's because on silver, you set a different time frame and alert, but you did it all in one panel. So no matter what ticker you go to right here, if I were to now go to ES on this one single panel, I say silver set and MNQ is set. Now let me custom set this to ES. And I come in here. Before I do this, let's just do, let's again, something that or doesn't exist. You're going to do the 7 a.m. 1 hour opening range break. It now kicks back to be from 7 a.m. This is the high. So now you have this set to 7 a.m. 1 hour opening range. You click alert, you add this. You've now changed again all of your other tickers within the same panel, MNQ and silver, to match this ES 1 hour, 7 a.m. range you just set. So here's what you have to do if you want one indicator or strategy on multiple tickers with their own custom preset items. You can see up here at the top for me, I have a bunch of layouts favorited. So let's go to my silver layout that I have or strategy, and you can see what mine looks like. Let me turn this off. I don't trade the opening range break on silver. So this is my strategy on silver over the last 90 days. I've fine-tuned this strategy, set it 72.22% profitable with a profit factor of 3.118, $17,000 and 72 total trades over the last 90 days. I'll show you the 30-day. The 30-day has 19 total trades, almost a 79% win rate, and a profit factor of 5. And then the last 7 days have been all right too. Only one trade, 100% profit for $1,500. So this doesn't fire a lot, but when it does, it has a very high win rate. It has a very high profit factor, and I automate it and just let it run. So I have went into this strategy and fine-tuned all of these settings right here. Everything that I have fine-tuned it. Well, this specific strategy that I have fine-tuned only works on silver. So if I want to trade gold, I set all of this up on silver. I click save, and then I need to come in here and click new, create new layout. This then, you name it whatever you want. This then brings you into a new server snapshot for TradingView. So then let's say I want to find my gold trade 1 minute BP over 30 days. I now have a layout for this. You would create your own and then just save it. So my GC 1 minute over the last 30 days isn't the most impressive win rate at almost 47%, but the profit factor is decent at 5.1 with 15 trades for a total P&L of $30,000 and a drawdown of only 38.55. So not the most impressive and beautiful thing in the world, but if you look at the last 7 days, it's done pretty well for me. 9 trades, 55% profitable with a 6.6% profit factor in the last week, but also hard to compare. Gold's been on a crazy run and then on a crazy drop, so it's an anomaly. This isn't going to consistently happen, but right now, I'll take it while it is. So I fine-tune my strategy, I save it, I set my alert, and that is the alert that's right here. I then save it. I go here, I create a new layout. I go here too, in case I type the same characters. I click create. I then add my strategy or my indicator from the indicators tab. And then I come here into the settings and I start fine tuning things to make it get the high win rate. I haven't fine tuned this one yet, but let's just come over to my other one. Let's go to the 1 minute MNQ. I have all of these layouts saved specifically with fine-tuned win rates for how I'm trading these tickers. So this is my MNQ, not the best win rate again, but the profit factor is good. It does not have a big drawdown and it's still $3,000. So this is performing well over the last 30. And then the last 7 has been pretty good also. 70% win rate, or almost a 6-point profit factor, 10 trades for $2,300. So you can do this one of two ways. You can create a new layout with a new indicator or strategy added, set your settings, set your alert, save it as a layout and favorite it, and it'll look just like mine. Or you could go like this. You could come all the way down here and make your screen an absolute nightmare and do, or well, I can't do that many, but you can do 8 and you could then fine tune. I want this here. This would be a nightmare way to do it. I don't know why anyone would do this compared to the layout option, but you could do it however you want. But all I'm saying is if you want an indicator or strategy to operate off of its own settings per ticker, you can't just plug in the same indicator and say, all right, I fine tune this for ES, boom, there it is, and then stay in that same layout, go to a different ticker and change all those settings that you just saved and say, this is good for NQ, and then move on. Your trades and your alerts are going to fail because you're overriding the settings every time you go to a new ticker and you change things. You have to have them individual per ticker. It's a trading view issue, let's say. It's a trading view annoyance. But this is how you have to do it if you want your alerts to fire and operate correctly with different settings for different tickers.